Righto, so as you can probably tell by now, I'm obviously not a mechanic, that's for sure. We've probably established that. Anyway, getting this bike torn down, we're getting port job, top end rebuild. It's gonna be pretty mint. First time actually pulling a 4-stroke apart. Done plenty of 2-strokes, done 65, 85, that's how it is. But yeah, check out this head. It's interesting to say the least. I don't obviously know what the valves are and know what spark plug goes and all that, but obviously first time seeing one of these pulled apart, I've seen one pulled apart before, but not with all the internals in there, obviously all stripped out. So I'm gonna get this head shipped off to Dr. Ross McWaters, does awesome port job. I'm gonna get suspension out, take that to MCD, get it done. I think we're gonna go for motocross, a bit stiffer setup, just getting a bit soft lately. It's all happening. We've got motor apart, that took way too long. I didn't really know what I was doing, but had a good idea, and obviously working on motors before, I knew to be sensible about it, and yeah, let's get going. Two and a half-ish weeks later, we got back the head, got the suspension, picked them up on the same day, and they're just here. So underneath me we've got obviously the head here, suspension's over here, all the range of parts we've got to put on, and yeah, we're looking at a build day right now. Dad's gonna come in, gonna show me the ropes, I guess. Nah, he's gonna come in so I don't have to set you guys up every single time, just be a bit quicker and a bit easier. Come in and help out, so yeah, it'll be good. Let's get into it, but first I'll show you the head. So everyone will tell you, coming from European bikes, that the engine doesn't last as long. But in actual fact, my bike's done 41 hours, I think. And on the side of this, the machine marks are still there. There's a few tiny little nicks in it, but that's what you can expect from a motor from even running for an hour. Going back to the brand new piston, there's not much of a difference at all. We're just about to mic up the rings, already looked at the cam chain, already looked at, like, everyone's worried about the cam chains stretching and getting too long and your motor getting absolutely destroyed, but look, it's done 41 hours, and if those two cam chains were there without markings, I wouldn't know which one's which, and I'd end up putting the old one back in. There's such a small difference between these parts being brand new and the parts that came out of the bike that probably I don't think we needed to really do a rebuild, but obviously better off to do it and know than not to know. So now that we do know, I don't think we'll need another rebuild till about 100 hours, which will mean 60 hours on the piston. Maybe rings, but definitely not a new piston, and maybe a new cam chain before then, but looking at this, I don't think so. This bike, 41 hours, engine is super clean. Looking at the cams and whatnot, not a single nick on these. You clean them up, you could sell them as brand new parts. We've been running the Yemalube 10 weight 40 4-stroke racing oil. Run all the products that go with it, but that's our engine oil that we've been running. And look, absolutely no issues. 41 hours, thing looks absolutely brand new. And yeah, no complaints at all.
What is the exact same?
Exact same.
So the difference.
That's phenomenal. That.
Righto, so the difference we've just found out between a brand new piston ring and the piston, the compression, is it? So the compression, the top piston ring, the difference between the brand new one and the one that had 41 hours was absolutely nothing. They're both at 0.2 of a mil. The gap in the middle. Yeah, so 41 hours with the Yemalube 10 weight 40 racing oil. Pretty mint, I guess. Didn't need to do a rebuild at all. It's yeah, 10 out of 10. Yeah, let's get this thing back together and get out for a ride soon. Rightio. So we got the bike back together now. Well, we got it back together last night. Ready to go out and ride this morning. I am freaking keen to say the least. Yeah, I haven't ridden for what, 3 weeks now. So in that 3 weeks, I've been out, thrown a new little turn track in down the bottom. So let's get out and do that. I'll probably do a few warm-up laps and then throw the GoPro and let it form up and let it be nice a bit, get used to it again and whatnot. But yeah, super keen to jump back on this. Been something I've wanted to do for a while. And yeah, I'm super keen to see what the difference is going to be. And keep in mind that I've also got a bit stiffer suspension in here compared to what I had before. So yeah, along with more power, I've got a bit stiffer suspension to hold me up a bit more, which will be even better. Awesome, let's get into it. I'm super keen. Let's go. Just come back in, just packing up now, got the helmet in hand. Yeah, I'll just put this down. Man, what? This thing has so much more go off the very bottom, all the way up top's got a bit more as well. Yeah, safe to say I won't be riding a stock motor anymore, I don't think. Every bike I'm gonna go away, send it to get a little bit done. It's like, not to say that the stock bike is slow by any means whatsoever. It's just that it makes it feel more like a 350. Like the gears last a bit longer. It picks up a bit earlier. You can kind of be a little bit more lazy in the way you want to ride it if you want it to be, and you would get by fine. But when you do want to really get on it, it's amazing. Stiffer suspension obviously helps hold me up and whatnot. Purely on motor, we've got more down the bottom, more up top, more in the mid-range. It feels like when, for instance, you kind of cut into a rut, you lean all the way over, you kind of got to tap the clutch to kind of pick you back up and stand you back up and track again. With this, it feels, well, it doesn't feel, you can just come in and just roll the throttle, or you can lean it over even more and tap the clutch to pick you back up even more. And it's like, it's way more like a rocket ship. The guy I was riding with, he jumped on it and he was like, wow, this thing has more, like, it feels super punchy off the bottom. So if you're coming in, sorry, bottom to mid, it's like, I definitely noticed it bottom to mid. We've got the same map that we did before, but bottom to mid was where the biggest difference was for me. Up top, there's probably a little bit more, but it was definitely, I seem to be a bit more riding it, like to ride it a bit more in the bottom to mid. And obviously that's where I noticed it the most. And yeah, it's something I definitely recommend getting done. Ross McWaters did an awesome job. Super fast turnaround time for a full like port job on the head was 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. That's pretty good. So yeah, if you've got 3 weeks in between, in between races or whatever, then send your head away, go and get it done, get some suspension done while you're at it. And yeah, if you like what I'm doing, like see me ride or whatever, just like, subscribe, and let me know what you thought of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.